y'all, Noons here. Welcome back to Noons Airborne RC. We just got something delivered to the house today. We got the new XFly model, twin 40mm F22 Raptor, available from Banana Hobby. So before we get this thing unboxed, a little bit on the specs.
This bad boy, it is 4 channels, so you do get your aileron, your elevator, your throttle, and your steering. The recommended batteries are 4S 1300 to a 2600. Wingspan 702 millimeters, the length's 955 millimeters, weight 950 grams. Powering this bad boy, you get 2 times 20 amp ESCs with 5000 kV motors with 40 millimeter 12 blade fans, and mind you, you get 2 of those in here. You also get 5 9-gram servos.
Well, the specs aren't that bad. Now let's see if she looks as good as she sounds.
Welcome back, y'all. We got the bird's eye view. Hopefully we keep this in frame. So here's the box. Again, arrived safely. I already cut off the tape, so let's unveil her. First time we're seeing this thing together. Traditional XFly packaging. Everything looks pretty good. Looks like it arrived safely. Right here on top, we got our bag of our tidbits, our manual. Looks like we got some stickers. Let's take a look at what's inside. So it looks like we have some stickers, some decals, Velcro, our bag of tidbits, an Allen wrench, some linkages and screws, and our manual. All right. Enough of that. Now for the good stuff. Got a spar. And again, I always say this, when removing the plane and using a knife and cutting through all this tape and stuff, be careful. Ain't nothing like damaging a perfectly good model before you get it in the air. We have our left wing. There's the top, standard servo connector. Now it does just have ailerons, so obviously that's the ailerons. Servo, everything's already pre-done. Has that loop if you have to go ahead and trim it. Now when I do this one, I will have each channel controlling each individual surface, so I won't have to bend these bars or anything like that. I'll do that in the transmitter. Other wing. It's all screw construction, guys. Don't have to glue anything on this. 4 screws on the wings. Call it done. Paint, really good. You can almost not tell the cells. Looks real nice. Yeah. That looks pretty good. Now, she's not the biggest jet, everybody, but she's not the smallest. It's a real good, size. Throw in the back of your car, keep it in there. Batteries, everybody's got them. 4S 2200s if you've been flying for a while. Our fixed landing gear. Nose cone, it is magnetic. Got a hard plastic tip. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Alright, now one thing on this model, guys, that is different than what we're used to is the rudders, the vertical stabilizers. They come already pre-attached. You don't have to glue those or nothing. They come already done. And as you can see, there's not too much to the jet. Not too many pieces. It says about a 15-minute build time. I think even less. Maybe 15 minutes with programming the radio. So let's go ahead and pull her out nice and careful. Alright, what do you think, everybody? I think she looks pretty snazzy. Not a bad size. There's my hand. Vertical stabilizers already installed. Like I said, the wings, 4 screws, servo connector, call that done.
The elevators, they are full flying stabs. So we have our 2 servos right in there. Twin 40 millimeters, 5000 kV motors. This thing should scream, especially with their motors. Got our cheater vents and our ESCs on the bottom. Now, let me turn this over. Give her the good old airborne shake. Make sure there's no pieces left in here. And there is our elevators. Let's go ahead and set this aside. There's one elevator. And there's 2 elevators. Ball links. And the pivot points. They go slide right into the plane with the set screw. We'll go over that in the assembly video. These free spin, nice and loose. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's turn this over and use this as a stand. Wabam. Oh yeah. All right. You guys can see that XT60 connector. That's where the battery's going to drop in, y'all. Now, if you do look at the distance right there, there looks like a Forest 2200 will fit in there with the leads coming forward. Anything longer, you guys might have to trim a little bit here in the front or right here in the cavity in the back if you need to slide a heavier battery back to get the CG. So keep that in mind when choosing a battery size. Our steering servo is already installed. We just got to push in the tire, connect the linkage. All our leads right here up in the front. I will be running this, the free receiver that I have, it would be the FreeSky SR8 Archer Plus. That's what I got free to put in here, so I'll be doing that in the coming up video. But real nice, guys. If I would give this about a size, for a size comparison, I would say this is about, you know, the equivalent to, say, a 64 millimeter out there on the market. That's about the size of this plane, but it's a twin 40 instead of a solid 64 millimeter, which I think is pretty cool. Now, you could go with the 2600, but I think the Forest 2200, maybe even lighter for shorter flights, but the lighter the better for high alphas. Let me move this out the way. Look at those fans right there, guys. Doesn't that look cool? This is going to be very, very fun. So what do y'all think so far? I think she's pretty nifty, man. I think she's pretty nifty. Not too many pieces. Everything's laid out there in front when she comes in. So the assembly on it, really not that much. Really not that much. Hopefully she's as fast as she looks. Because she looks pretty darn good. Good job, XFly. Good job. Good job. So I'm going to have the videos coming up with the assembly, the recommended CG, and the proof videos just like normal coming up. So stay tuned. And if you're interested in getting you one of these, the link's down in the description, available at Banana Hobby. Noon's out.